everybody, so my name is Katelyn and I was accepted to the DCP for Sring Advantage 2019. When I was brainstorming ways of how to document my DCP experience, YouTube was constantly mentioned to me by so many of my friends and colleagues, and here I am. So just a little bit of a disclaimer, this is totally outside of my comfort zone. This is not something that I'm super comfortable with, and also I don't have any camera equipment. This is literally being filmed on my iPhone, and it's being held up by a bunch of my textbooks and a Starbucks cup, so innovative. But the first video that I wanted to film as part of my documenting my DCP experience is the DCP Tag. So it's basically just 10 questions asking how I found out about the DCP and all sorts of fun stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So the first question is, how did you hear about the program? And I originally heard about the program when I was in middle school. I actually had a friend whose older brother was doing the program, and he was custodial in Magic Kingdom, and he loved the program so much that I definitely remember that he extended it once, I think. I don't know how that whole thing works. I honestly am like literally the most uneducated DCP acceptee. Words are hard. It's fine. But that's how I originally heard about the program. Totally forgot about it up until I was at my UCF orientation, when the woman who runs the career center at UCF came in and was talking about how she got people jobs at NASA and Disney, and she mentioned the Disney College program, and I was like, oh hey, I'd like to do that. Wow, I hate myself sometimes. The next question is, how was your interview process? Mine was really easy, and I kind of feel bad saying that because I definitely know that that's not always the case with people who have interviews for the DCP. But I applied on Tuesday, August 21st, which was the second day that apps had been open, and I applied like later in the evening. It was like 8 or 8:30, and I applied, and I would say within a half hour I had my invitation to take my WBI. And I went home and I took it and I passed, and I was really not expecting to pass because I had applied once previously last fall and I did not make it past the WBI. I didn't pass the WBI last year, and so I was really not expecting it to make it past this year either, but I did, and that was really exciting, I guess. And so I scheduled my phone interview for the next day. Well, I didn't schedule my phone interview for the next day. I scheduled my phone interview the next day. So I scheduled it for August 30th. So that gave me about a week or so to prepare, but I didn't actually prepare. I don't know. I had watched so many DCP interview videos last year and kind of just sporadically throughout the year that I kind of felt prepared on what my interviewer would ask. And so I prepared a little bit, you know, the Tuesday before my phone interview, and yeah, I had my phone interview. My interviewer's name was Sandy. She was incredibly sweet, and my interview lasted, I believe, almost exactly 15 minutes, which I felt awful about. I was like, oh my god, people are saying that their interviews were 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and I was like, does that mean that I didn't get in? I was a nervous wreck pretty much that entire week after I did my phone interview. I thought it went horribly. And so the day I did my phone interview was a Thursday, and then Kirk and Christy had posted that they were on Twitter that they were going to be out of the office for a long weekend because Monday was Labor Day. So they were like, don't expect to hear anything back until Tuesday. So longest 5 days of my life, which I feel so bad complaining about because I know that people don't hear back for really long periods of time. So I feel bad, but waiting is not something I'm good at. So I immediately after I did my phone interview, I was like, oh my god, I didn't make it. We're done. I was like, deleted myself out of the DCP spring groups, was like, didn't make it. So then Tuesday, I was actually part of the first official wave that they had. They did a test wave on the day of my phone interview, which obviously I was not going to be a part of. But I was a part of the first official wave, which was so exciting. I found out Wednesday, the 5th, so not even a week after my phone interview, I found out that I was accepted, which is crazy. So the next question is, where were you when you found out? I was actually at work, which I was not expecting to find out. And I had turned off all notifications. I didn't want any text message notifications. I didn't want any email notifications. I had turned everything off because I was so tired of checking to see if I had heard anything. So around 3 o'clock, my coworker came in who knew that I had applied and whose brother had done the program. And I guess he was asking her if I had heard anything. And so she came in and she was like, did you hear anything? And I was like, no, but I haven't checked in a while, so let me refresh. And I pulled down the refresh on my email and it was there. And I literally started sobbing. It was very embarrassing. For those, nobody knows because I haven't said anything, but I work at Target, Epic Guest Services. So there's a lot of people up there all the time. So I'm standing at the service desk sobbing. You would have thought that some great tragedy had happened because I was full on sobbing. It was super embarrassing. I actually asked our asset protection team member to show me the video because I wanted to see how ridiculous I looked, and I can confirm I looked ridiculous. It was awful. It wasn't awful. It was a great experience. I was super happy to get in, but I looked awful. Next question. What is your role? I was accepted for merch, which I completely was expecting to get because that is what I have the most experience in. I would have loved to have gotten like attractions or character attendant, but I'm really happy with merch. I think it'll be so much fun. And I get to pin trade because I love pin trading. So I'm excited to get a pin lanyard to trade with. I'm very excited about that. Next question is, how did you find your roommates and how many do you want? I found my roommates through the DCP Facebook group. I posted my roommate survey and didn't really get a lot of responses or anything, mostly because I think that there are so many posts in that group that it's so easy for posts to just get lost within the group. So I commented on somebody else's, we started talking and we're like, yes. I found somebody else. All the three of us started talking. We were like, yes. And then we just kind of gradually started adding in people. So we are hoping to do a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 6-person, but I am afraid that we're going to get stuck in Chatham, which is a 6-person, but 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So there's 3 people in each room. I don't do bunk beds. Bunk beds and I are not friends. We'll be requesting to get the single bed, hopefully. I don't want to sound like a bitch, but yes. So we're trying to do a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 6-person apartment. And as far as I know this isn't one of the questions asked, but as far as preferences on where to live, we would like to live in either Patterson or the Commons. I know the Commons is highly requested because of the washer and dryer inside the unit. I don't really care about the washer and dryer inside the unit, if I'm being completely honest. I just don't really want to live in Vista because I haven't heard the most spectacular of things. And I don't want to live in Chatham because I know that's where all of the housing events are held, and I know that it can get kind of loud. So those are my personal reasons for wanting the Commons and or Patterson. I'm okay with either. I'm really okay with all 4 of them. I just know that as far as me and my roommates are concerned, we did discuss wanting either Commons or Patterson. The next question is, what are you going to miss during the program? I think just the normal things like my family and my friends, and I'm really going to miss my job. I have worked at Target for 5 years, and it was my first job right out of high school, and I just love my store so much. I love my coworkers, I love my bosses, and I have had the best 5 years working there, and I'm so sad to leave. I actually haven't even told a lot of my leaders yet because I'm so sad to leave. But something really unique about me and my program, or me doing the program, I guess, is that I actually already live in Florida. I live about an hour and 15 minutes depending on which route you take. I live an hour and 15 minutes away from Disney, so if I'm getting homesick, I can come home and visit my family. I don't live that far, but I am still gonna miss them because I do live with them currently to save money. So I'm gonna miss seeing my little brother every day. I'm gonna miss seeing my cats every day, and I'm gonna miss my dad and my mom, and my grandparents live here too, so yeah, I'm gonna miss everybody. But I think this will be such a great experience to have. What is your favorite Disney park? My favorite park either has to be Hollywood Studios or Magic Kingdom, which is actually the two parks that I would love to work in. Hollywood Studios probably is my number one fave just because I love the atmosphere of the park. I love how chill it is. I love the rides. Two of my favorite rides are there. Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror are my all-time favorite rides. I'm personally not super into the whole Star Wars thing, so I'm not really going to be super excited when that comes, but I think it will add a lot to the park, and I'm excited to see the expansion. But yeah, and then Magic Kingdom, obviously, just because it's the most magical place on earth. Duh. Next question is, what is the first thing you want to do when you get there? I don't know, go to the parks. I'm a pass holder, so I don't know. I think the first thing I want to do probably is go to the parks with my roommates. Like I want to be able to bond with them. I want to create like friendships with them and lasting friendships. So I think definitely some roommate bonding is probably the first thing that I want to do there. Next question kind of ties into this as well, is what is the number one thing on your DCP bucket list? Honestly, I haven't created one yet. I know. I think probably one of the things I want to do is I would love to do the 4 parks 1 day challenge. I think that's really fun. I would love to do like meet as many meet all the princesses that I can in 1 day. Like just a lot of like challenges of things to do in the parks is probably what I would want, is my number one bucket list thing. And then one thing you hope to take away from the program. I hope to just meet as many people as I can. I hope to get some really great job experience working for the most well-known customer service company in the world. I'm looking forward to, I don't know, making magic for guests, and I don't know, I'm just so excited. Like I genuinely didn't think I was going to get in, so when I got in, it's just kind of been a whirlwind. It's been about a month since I found out that I got in, so I've had some time to kind of process things and, I don't know, get excited. I've already started purchasing stuff for my apartment. You can't see it, it's in the corner over there, but I got some comforter, I've got some sheets, some pillowcases. What else do I have? I think that's it. That's all I have. I pretty much have everything else from when I lived by myself last time. So I've got towels and washcloths and shower caddies and all that stuff. I don't have all that stuff, I don't need that. But yeah, so I hope you guys will enjoy following me along on my journey through the Disney College program. Just a heads up, my check-in date is until January 22nd, so I don't know how much content I will have on this channel until my check-in day. But yeah, stay tuned. Bye guys.